In this lesson, we'll be learning about and practicing decimal to percent and percent to decimal equivalents, meeting the requirements for TEKS 64G. In an earlier lesson, I introduced you to the power triangle, a tool you may use to help remind you how to write equivalent values from fraction to decimal to percent, clockwise and counterclockwise around the triangle. In this particular lesson, we will only be writing equivalents from decimal to percent and from percent to decimal. We will only be working with this portion of the triangle, the bottom or base of the triangle. When I have a value written as a decimal, say 0.34, and I want to rewrite that value as an equivalent percent, in other words, I want to write 0.34 or 34 hundredths as a percent that shows the same value, then here's what I need to do. Since percent means of 100, I'm going to need to take this decimal and I'm going to need to multiply it by 100. So I need to multiply my decimal by 100. Now, you may remember when we talked about powers of 10, we knew that multiplying by powers of 10 could be done by simply moving the decimal one time for each power of 10, or for each 0 in our power of 10. So for example, here I can multiply 0.34 or 34 hundredths by 100 by simply moving the decimal one time for each 0 in my power of 10. So there are 2 zeros in the number 100. So if I move my decimal 2 times to the right, 1 time for each 0, now 0.34 or 34 hundredths has become 34. 34%. So that 0.34 or 34 hundredths is equivalent or the same value as 34%. Now, you may have heard of Dr. Pepper, right? Dr. Pepper. If you've heard of Dr. Pepper, that's also a useful tool to remind you how to rewrite a decimal value as a percent value. You begin with your decimal. You move your decimal to the right. That's what the R in Dr. Pepper is reminding you. Move the decimal to the right 2 places. 1 place, 2 places, and then add your percent sign. That's what we did with 0.34 or 34 hundredths to turn it into 34%. How about a few more examples? What if I had the decimal 6/10 and I wanted to rewrite it as a percent? You may remember that I said to do that we need to multiply by 100. And that in fact we're going to make our lives a little easier by remembering what we know about powers of 10. That when I'm multiplying by a power of 10, I simply move the decimal in my original number 1 time for each 0 in my power of 10. And 100 has 2 zeros. So I move my decimal 1 time to the right for one of the zeros. I now need to move the decimal a second time for the second 0. But how do I do this? I'm out of numbers. I have no more digits in my number. If you said add a 0, you'd be right. Add a 0 and move that decimal one more time, that second time, so that 0.6 or 6/10 is the equivalent, the same value as 60%. Now, what if I had an example where my decimal included a whole number? Say I had 2.04. Well, we still follow the same process. We're still multiplying by 100 every single time. And we're still going to take advantage of what we know about powers of 10 and simply move the decimal right one time for each zero. So there are 2 zeros in 100, so we move our decimal once. We move it again the second time, so that we know that 2.04 or 2 4/100 is equivalent, the same value, as 204%. Now, you might go, 204, can I have over 200%? The answer would be, of course. We know percent means of 100. Think about this. Our decimal had a whole number. We had two wholes and 4/100, 2 4/100. So in order to have two whole things, when I'm talking percent, each 100 is one whole thing. So 200 would be two whole things. So 204% is totally logical. What if my value is already written as a percent, say 45%? And what I need to do is rewrite it as an equivalent decimal. Well, you'll remember that writing a decimal as a percent required me to multiply by 100, which I then did by moving the decimal 2 times to the right. Well, rewriting a percent as a decimal requires me not to multiply by 100, but to do the inverse or opposite. I'm going to divide by 100. And again, dividing by 100 can be done using what we know about powers of 10. Only this time, instead of moving the decimal to the right for multiplying, I'm going to move the decimal to the left for dividing. The same number of times as there are zeros in my power of 10. So I have 45%. Step 1 is to eliminate the percent sign because I'm going to rewrite this percent as a decimal. Now, where's the decimal point in the number 45? Well, you should remember that it's right here, after the 45. 45 is a whole number. It sits before the decimal. We don't write that decimal, but it's there. So if I'm going to divide 45 by 100, I can use my knowledge of powers of 10 and simply move the decimal left for division one time for each zero in my power of 10. So that my decimal point would now, in this case, move to the front of 45, which would make my decimal equivalent 0.45 or 45/100. By moving the decimal left 2 times, I'm dividing my original percent value by 100 to give me the equivalent decimal value of that percent. 45% is equivalent to the decimal 0.45 or 45/100. Let's take a look at a few more examples. So what if I have 4%? 4%. Well, the process is still the same. First, we eliminate the percent sign since we'll now be writing the value as a decimal, not as a percent. Now I have the number 4. I need to divide it by 100. we're going to use what we know about powers of 10 to divide 4 by 100. We're going to place the decimal after our whole number, and we're now going to move it twice to the left. Left for dividing, 2 times because there are 2 zeros in the number 100. So I move my decimal 1 time to the left. And now I'm out of numbers. I have no more digits. How do I place that decimal a second time? Just like earlier, if you said add a 0, you'd be right. So add a 0 and move that decimal the second time, so that we know that the decimal equivalent to 4% is 0.04. 0.04, or 4 hundredths, is exactly the same value as 4%. Now, what if my percent was a much larger number? What if I had something like 312%? Now, we remember that percent means of 100. So 312 of 100, a little unusual looking, but it simply means we've got some whole numbers. And I'll show you what we mean by that here in a minute. The process, however, is exactly the same. We eliminate the percent sign, and we're left with 312, which we know we need to divide by 100. We also know we're going to use what we know about powers of 10 to make our work a little easier. We're simply going to place the decimal at the end of our whole number, and dividing means move left, and we're going to move the decimal left 2 times, 1 for each 0 in the number 100. So 1 time takes it here, a second time takes it there, so that we know the decimal equivalent to 312% is 3.12. So 3 and 12 hundredths. 3 wholes and 12 hundredths is equivalent or the same value as 312%. So let's go ahead and wrap up this lesson. If I have a decimal value, say 0.63, if I want to rewrite it as a percent value, I need to multiply my decimal by 100. I know that using powers of 10, I can multiply, in this case by 100, by moving my decimal to the right 1 time for each 0 in my power of 10. So that 0.63, or 63 hundredths, would be equivalent to 63%. I also know that if I had a percent value that I wanted to rewrite as an equivalent decimal, that the first thing I would do is eliminate my percent sign. Since I won't be writing it as a percent any longer, I'll be writing it as a decimal. And instead of multiplying by 100, I now need to divide by 100. And when I divide by 100, using what I know about powers of 10, I can simply move the decimal that I know sits right here in a whole number, move the decimal 1 time for each 0 in my power of 10 to the left. Right for multiplying, left for dividing. So that 42%, written as an equivalent decimal, a decimal of the same value, would be 0.42 or 42 hundredths.